go.
Through here. Come on.
We had to, like you said, we had to modernize it for today's audience. You know, we're coming out in October 2021, so it's kind of, you know, like I said, it's Turtle Rock's game of today. And so one of our big ones there was the card system and how that comes into play, particularly as you get into the game and start to unlock different cards and different players start building different decks. You're going to try to find a lot of experimenting there. Well, I like this deck, I like this card, I want to play this way. And so we hope to find that, you know, people start building different ways, different decks of playing through the game.
Oh, what's that? You're dying?
There we go.
There was no, oh, hey, we're going on Game Pass, but we've got to support this or we've got to do this. It was like the deal was struck. They wanted the game on Game Pass, but they wanted the game we were making. So that was kind of super cool for us that we didn't have to pivot too much there at all. I think we got that playable from day one. I forget what the numbers are for Game Pass, but I think it's 20 million plus users right there that will have access to our game day one, which is kind of mind-blowing. I've never launched a game that's been like I had that kind of accessibility from day one. We call it the Swarm mode, out to the kind of its public-facing name. I guess it's Cleaners versus Ridden. You can play obviously Cleaner, you can obviously play Ridden. It's a best of 3 match. Whoever survives the longest basically wins 1 match. If you win 2, you won, best of 3, or it could go to a tiebreaker if you get to the 3rd. Swarm mode is because we've got this kind of swarm of insects surrounding you, and that arena is basically becoming smaller and smaller as the time moves on. So kind of concentrate the gameplay into a smaller area. Cleaners still have cards in PvP mode. It's a set batch of cards that are just unlocked from day one. You can build a new deck from those cards if you want. You can choose from 4 predetermined decks, which we kind of actually categorize almost into classes for you, like Assault, Medic, Support, Utility. And then Cleaners have a little bit of time at the start of the round to scavenge around the PvP play area for better guns, accessories, throwables, bandages, all that kind of stuff. And then on the flip side, while you're playing the Ridden, you can choose between 9 playable Ridden and their different variations. And we have a system on their side called the ZMS, Zombie Mutation System. And we kind of grant you some points at the start. You can put that into your zombie. Say I want to do some more damage as the Exploder, well, you're going to put some points into there. Round starts. Obviously, you're trying to take each other out or survive as quickly as you can. Interesting enough, the ZMS system, we allow you to actually put points into different abilities at any time. So even during the middle of a round, say you're playing Exploder and you're like, oh Matt, I'm doing no damage here. I just was in a room of all 4 of them and I exploded and they've not done any damage. Oh, well, hang on, I just press a button, go and shove some more points into Exploder damage, and I've just given you some more points. Go, like let's give it another go. So you can help your teammates out there. You can be selfish and just give yourself the points if you like. And then we also have common hordes in PvP, which are not player controlled. They're still AI controlled, but you can upgrade those to kind of like higher frequency. You can put some extra mutated kind of Ridden in there. So yeah, it's a lot of action. It's real quick paced. We're looking at matches are like 2 minutes or so per. So if you're doing a best of 3, say it goes to 6-7 minutes. Time in between rounds, 10 minutes to complete if you go to 3 complete matches. So it's a lot of jump in, jump out kind of action gameplay. And at the end of each PvP round, at the moment, we'll kind of reset, and then you're gonna start again. So yeah, that's kind of our PvP mode in a nutshell.
Let's do this.
What's that?
So this is kind of important. It was also like we needed to maintain a certain amount of console parity. You know, we couldn't go on, oh look, on next gen you can kill 500 zombies, but on current gen there's only 10. Right? That's not it. One, it wouldn't work because we're cross-gen and cross-play. So we have to keep that kind of thing, like enemy counts and whatnot across the board. So we had to be really mindful about what we were developing on. You know, we can't just go off and say, oh, we're on next gen. Who cares about current gen? It's kind of like we knew we were developing across five platforms because we're at that kind of crossroads in console generation life. So yeah, we spent a lot of time and effort. You know, we are, of course, we're making current next gen look shiny and all that, but we did have to be kind of careful with our console parity so we can maintain cross-play, cross-gen.
No rest for the wicked.
Let's go!
Through here! Come on!